Absolutely. And I know, obviously, like we said, there's so many different ways in which, family history can come involved,
Hmm.
or, background, upbringing, circumstances that come in. But, in terms of, like one guy I talked to, it was a combination. He said, I came from a family that struggled with addiction. And then at 18 years old, he was drafted first overall by the Padres and signed a $5 million contract. So, obviously circumstances of being young, having a lot of money, but also like having these expectations and all that can all kind of combust a little bit sometimes, I would imagine.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm glad that you brought up the biological factor because certainly we have been able to identify that there is, a predisposition biologically that we know is now true. So if there is a genetic component in your history, then yeah, you have a higher chance of having that yourself. And then absolutely environmentally, timing is a big thing too. So when the substance is first ingested, and also like the setting. So if, I'm an adolescent, I'm going to a party and maybe I'm a little socially anxious and I don't really feel comfortable. And then I smoke some marijuana or I have a drink and suddenly I feel more relaxed. That can have a very strong reinforcing, impact on the brain where the brain goes, oh, like this was good. This was important. This not only made me feel good, it relieved my anxiety. It also made me feel more comfortable socially. And as an adolescent, our social our relationships like with our peers is primary importance. So the timing, the environment, the biological factors, these are all really significant pieces.
Absolutely. And that goes in well. The first guy I interviewed, he's actually had a documentary on him before because his basic, well, his family component, they didn't have any substance use disorders. He was basically bred to be an athlete. He was running 4 miles a day at 4 years old, and like his entire upbringing was just about, becoming the perfect athlete. And then when he was already on the cover of magazines at 15 years old, and they were doing ESPN specials on him, and then yeah, that's a lot of pressure. And, next thing you know,
Yes.
somebody offers him a joint at a party. And it's like finding a lot of people said it was that ability to find that escape from who they are at times can also play a major role in the desire to kind of want to go there. And sometimes once you get there, it's hard to leave.
Hmm. Yeah, you can get really in that cycle of I'm either seeking pleasure, I'm seeking a reward, or I'm avoiding distress or pain. And so that cycle just kind of circles round and round. And so many people's stories that, develop some type of substance misuse or actual like substance use disorder will relate to that concept of I am putting this in my body because I like the way it makes me feel. I am seeking the effect of it, or I am seeking to avoid, to decrease current, distress, and that this will reliably do that for me.